For more stories like this, hit the like button and subscribe so we can create more videos like this. James Carter was a 24-year-old violinist trying to make his mark in the world. He had spent years studying music, pouring his soul into every performance. But no matter how hard he tried, the world didn't seem to notice. He played on street corners, auditioned for small venues, and posted videos online. But the applause never came, and the rejection emails kept piling up. Slowly, the belief in his own talent began to fade. One rainy evening, James visited his grandfather, a retired violin maker named Arthur. The old man lived alone in a cottage filled with instruments and dust. When James slumped on the couch defeated and said, "Maybe I'm just not worth anything," Arthur didn't say a word. He simply went to his attic and returned with a battered, dusty violin. Its strings were loose, the wood cracked, and the bow looked worn beyond repair. Arthur handed it to James and said, "Take this to the flea market tomorrow. If someone asks the price, say nothing. Just hold up 3 fingers, don't sell it, just watch." Confused but curious, James agreed. The next morning at the flea market, he displayed the old violin on a cloth. An older woman stopped and said, $3, that's too much for junk." Another man offered 5, laughing, "I'll hang it on my wall as decoration." James said nothing, just packed the violin and walked away. That evening, James returned to Arthur, a bit embarrassed. No one cared, they called it junk. Arthur nodded. "Tomorrow, take it to a second-hand music shop. Do the same." At the shop, a young assistant examined the violin and said, "Interesting piece. Maybe I can offer you $300 for it." James was stunned but declined and went home. The next day, Arthur gave him one final instruction. Take it to the Grand Symphony auction house downtown. Dressed in borrowed clothes, James nervously stepped into the auction hall, where people in suits and gowns admired priceless instruments. When it was his turn, he held up the old violin. A hush fell. A renowned violinist walked over, inspected it, and gasped, This is an original Louis Earhart. It's worth at least $300,000. The room buzzed. Bids started flying. One man stood up and offered $500,000. James left the hall in disbelief, returning to his grandfather with trembling hands. Arthur looked at him and said softly, "You see, my boy, the violin never changed. It was the same piece in the flea market and in the auction house. What changed was the platform and the eyes that saw it." He continued, "The world will sometimes put you in places where you feel worthless, but your worth is not defined by others, it's defined by what you carry inside. Surround yourself with those who recognize your true value and never let rejection shrink your belief in yourself." James wiped a tear and held the violin close, no longer because it was expensive, but because it had taught him the most valuable lesson of his life. Moral of the story: your worth doesn't change, only the places and people around you do. Believe in yourself even when others don't, and place yourself where you are seen, heard, and valued.